Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. First off, I want to apologize for the slightly wonky schedule the past couple weeks. I've actually spent the last week and a half on vacation, so couldn't do any recording. So I was scrambling to get as many videos out and scheduled ahead of time as I could for you guys. And I didn't get quite as many as I wanted, so there were a couple gaps. But enough about that. Last time, we finished out the Ruby Sea area by taking on Susanoo. Not Ravana, like I put in the comment this last time. Ugh, I can't believe I said that. No, Susanoo, our first Stormblood primal. Whew. Ah, that was a good fight. Almost as good as the fight we didn't get between Gosetsu and the you-know-what. Ugh. Yotsuyu gets away again, unfortunately. But enough about that. We should be ready to move on to the next area, right, Gosetsu? A silence in 3 parts. Yep, this should give us the new zone. Oh, you did well, Dekumon. Sorry, my voices have gone a little catterwampus on me. Give me a second. You did well, Dekumon. Were it not for the tremendous strength and bravery of you and yours, many innocent souls would have suffered terrible fates. Though I knew the Confederacy would be loath to meet the Imperials in battle, I also knew that if any could win them over, it would be you. Truly, yours is a heroic spirit that inspires men to rise above their circumstances, to strive for something greater. It will be an honor to travel with you again. Man, the honor is mine. Now then, let us not squander the Confederacy's gift. Yanxia and my countrymen await. This is a tunnel to the southwest. We need but follow it to reach our destination. With me. To the southwest, huh? I can do that. Yeah, there it is, Yanxia. Finally accessible. And, forgotten, we've gotten all the ether currents in this area, which means we can fly. I'm enjoying it while I can, because the moment I cross this threshold, back to the ground I go. Meanwhile, on the shores of Authard. What is happening on the shores of Authard that is a mean... Oh! The Kojin. Red Kojin from the looks of it. Yep, Red Kojin.
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe. Mayhap nowhere is, if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
Ah, I see. Because I went and breached the vault, it's also where I fought Susanoo, you guys are freaking out trying to find a new place to store your little stuff.
So, this is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation at that. Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
It's Yotsuyu, and she's not happy.
Lady Yotsuyu, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack, our vaults plundered by outsiders.
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required?
Oh dear, I feel some gunhammer discipline coming.
It is my solemn charge to bring these vermin to heel. To torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths.
Damn.
And then you go and ruin everything!
God dang. Whew. Girl, you have got to calm down. Oh dear.
Well, there's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
And that's where the big guy comes in.
My lady!
Oh! What was Shredder's famous phrase? Tonight I dine on turtle soup. Because seems appropriate for this little situation.
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it. No release.
Oh, for God's sakes. Are you telling me you were getting off on torturing the damn dojo? Oh, of course you were getting off on torturing the dojo.
There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such Korjin could not satisfy me half so well as a single domo.
Great. So not only are you torturing the domans, you're getting off to it. Lovely. And you broke the stuff too. Hello. A samurai sword. Oh, and a pretty one at that. Ooh, that's gorgeous looking.
And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
Oh dear. Touch it at your own peril. Last time I touched something from their vault, I summoned a primal.
How long before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy it, you witless lump! If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
Oh yeah, leave him to do it. That's probably a good idea. Lots safer. Grunwald, still such a doofus. That's why we love him. Ah, the world map once again as we change zones. Off the Ruby Sea and finally into Doma proper. Can't believe it, we finally made it! And it's pitch black.
I remember the silence.
Of course it is.
How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yanxia.
That's a pretty area, even at night, it's damn pretty. I see some severe, oh dear.
Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day.
Yeah, getting through that's gonna require some serious effort. Memory serves, that big
Life,
wall there.
Liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. As we walked through that war-torn land, no one said a word.
And no one but me. As I was saying, I'm pretty sure that wall actually cuts this area in half, which makes traversal just a little more difficult than it has to be. Anywho, welcome to Yanxia, the next area that we get to play in, and I cannot see much of it. Though we do have 2 aetherites here, and of course we're going to have a butt more ether currents, so let's throw up the map, make sure I get that here. Now, interesting to note, all the ether currents are on the south and east part of this map. So hopefully we should be able to get them all, because I think they're all on our side of the shield wall. All right, Gosetsu, what's up? Yes, this is far enough. Let me zoom in a little more. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yanxia and what has become of her. Of what lies beyond the great wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it. But is it wise for us to have this conversation here, on the road, out in the open? With my chocobo disappearing. Lovely. Once, your caution would be warranted, but no longer. Xenos did not linger after he crushed the rebellion. He appointed Yotsuyu to act in his stead, and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than her master. Without warning, her men would march into villages and search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dared resist. And then, as quickly as they had come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purchase would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip on Yanxia. What need for the leash when the dog is broken? Lovely. The village of Namai lies to the west. Though I doubt the Imperials are present, let us proceed with caution. Probably not a terrible idea, but before I proceed with caution, I will proceed with looking for ether currents, and the first one's not too far off. And we're seeing level 64 world mobs too, lovely. Here we are, our first ether current, as I can get up here. Whew. This one, she is up here. She is way up here. But also get a really, really nice view of this rocky zone. And down there, maybe perhaps, if I can see it, no. It's about that way, I think it's behind that big old rock, is the village we're supposed to be heading towards. And there's somebody flying. Dang it, I want to fly. But it might be a while. Hiya, this one's a pain in the butt to get to, but ether current number 2 is way up here. I actually ended up crossing through the village to get to this one, because, let's just do it this way. I came from that cliff down there, fell down all the way to the lake, then realized it was up here and had to kind of walk all the way around the village. So save yourself the headache. Don't follow my path. Just take this one up from the village. And of course, I've already walked into the village, but, you know, Gosetsu's down here at the outskirts of the village. There she is. The humble village of Namai. How delicious her rice. How sweet her persimmons. Too long has it been since I saw her with my own eyes. And for a mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. Well, that's always good. Don't need Imperials in here giving me a headache. 64 quests. And even better gear, lovely. Let no man claim that I am reckless. Prudence has ever been my watchword. Dekumon, venture closer if you would, and confirm that there are no soldiers lurking about. Well, I didn't see any in my little jaunt through the village the first time, but I suppose I can poke my nose up here. I still have to actually get the ether right. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? No, it's below me, whatever it is. Ah, there it is. Just a random destination right here. Okay. I went the long way. For nothing. Figures. Well, not seeing any Imperials so far.
We may be in luck. I don't see a single Imperial soldier.
Exactly. I don't see any either. Good. Well then.
Then there is no need to remain hidden. Let us go and greet them as friends.
And here we go. The stealth is right out the window. He's just gonna go in bellowing. This ought to be good.
I'm going too.
All right. This should be good.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information to learn of recent events.
You know, that was actually rather tame of I thought he would be shouting at the top of his lungs.
Isn't that the general?
Uh-oh, they recognize him.
Lord Gosetsu, can we preserve your right? He lives.
You guys aren't gonna turn us in, are you? Great.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so?
It's called being broken, good sir. Yotsuyu broke them.
Ah, but of course, you fear me a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured, naught could be further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
What should we do? If they catch him here, you know what will happen.
Exactly. They're afraid of Yotsuyu and the Imperials.
Of all the times for him to turn up. Has the old fool lost his mind?
Yeah. Oh, you're a unique looking character.
You! But why have you come here? What do you want from us?
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
Dude, you just don't get it, do you?
What? What you going on about? Actually, never mind. Just come with me, now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're definitely broken. Okay, what voice to give you? You were pretty soft-spoken, so let's give you something rather soft-spoken. I don't know who you people think you are, but do you have any idea what would happen to us if you were found in our village? Again, you address us with unwarranted spite. I have let your impropriety pass until now, but no longer. Who are you, boy, to speak to me thus? Know you not who I am? I am Issei of Namai, a farmer like my father before me, and his father before him. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am, but I know you. We all do. Lord Kaien's retainer and leader of the rebellion, Gosetsu, notorious fugitive, wanted dead or alive by the Empire. Oh. What is this all? Is this what that is all about? I'm hardly the first man to earn the eye of the Empire, nor will I be the last. Was not Namai home to brave and true warriors who fought beneath our banners for king and country? They fought and they died, every last one. And then the Imperials came looking for more, because of them. They were this close to killing us all, to burning our village to the ground. We've only just begun to enjoy some semblance of peace. Never again. Never again, do you understand? We've had enough of you and yours. Whatever it is you're plotting, leave us out of it. Impassioned as his plea may be, surely he must know that I cannot leave things as they are. But for now, I shall respect his wishes. We must continue on towards our final destination, the House of the Fierce. Proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. There is a secret entrance to the north of Namai by the way of a small spring. Come, I will show you. I think I know which spring you're talking about. I took a swan dive at it earlier. Well, before we get into anything like that, I desperately want to make sure I hit up the aetheryte around here. I also need to check. Yeah, we're actually pretty close to another ether current. Priority 1 whenever entering a new area. Get the aetherytes, as always. Now, where's that ether current? Aha! Found you. Ether current number 3. And a pretty decent view. Oh. That's a castrum out there in the distance. Lovely. And there's the shield wall. That's what's protecting Doma Castle. That's the glittering basin. That's blocking off, I think, a good chunk of the area. It's blocking off this side for sure. And a Garlean castrum besides. Lovely, lovely. Yep, I was right. It is the same bloody basin I took a nosedive in before. Oof. God, fall damage is a thing. This way. We must dive into the water. Yeah. God, have no fear, Dekumon. It is but a short distance. You need not hold your breath for long. I don't need to hold my breath, period. I've got the cogent little water charm thing. I'm just surprised as all. I get to do some swimming already. I like this little underwater passage between the zones. It's not a full zone transition, but it does let us get to the other side of the map here. And up. There we go. And I even get to the other aetheryte. Oh, well, maybe not yet. I see a wall here. Gosetsu, come on, it wasn't that long of a swim. Oh, God. Oh, invigorating, oh God. Oh, congratulations, my friend. You are come to the House of the Fierce. Fierce it may be, but all I see is a door of the fierce. And you're not gonna let us in, are you? A glimpse of madness, oh dear. Are you even, I need a face fit. Here, second, sorry, man. You are Dekumon Let's Play, are you not? We were told of your coming. Heroes of Eorzea, we of the Doman Liberation Front are honored to receive you. If you would be so good as to follow me. Wow, he actually did let us in. I was honestly expecting to be barred at the door. Oh, your aetheryte's foobarred. That's not good. How am I supposed to be able to teleport here if your aetheryte's broken?
This is the House of the Fierce, but there are so few of them.
Many kindred spirits remain in hiding following the rebellion. Many others gave their lives for their nation. We are the stubborn remainder.
Stubborn does not give you guys justice.
Even accounting for our comrades in the field, we are at a fraction of our former strength, 'tis true. Yet we few are patriots. Brothers in arms, prepared to fight with every fiber of our being to set our people free.
Ever are we hopeful that others will join our cause, but never did I dream that you would journey so far.
Well, there you are! God dang it, Yugiri, we've been looking everywhere for you.
Yugiri! Gods, it's good to see you. You look great, by the way. Have you been here long?
I returned but recently, having concluded my mission. Oh, it is good to see you again, my friends.
Did I hear aright? Your mission is concluded? Then you have found the young master.
Oh, bonus points!
Ere we speak of that, I would know by what fortuitous circumstance our friends came to be here.
Ah, it's pretty simple. We're gonna free Doma and piss off Zetos.
The Empire's crimes are all too familiar. Lys, my heart goes out to your people.
We wanted to stay and fight, believe me, but we knew it wouldn't work. We needed more time to rebuild, and more allies to stand with us against the Empire.
Not to mention dividing their forces makes our lives a lot easier back home.
So we decided to come here and help you free Doma. To show everyone that you're not alone, and that the Garleans can be beaten if we work together. I'd like to think we proved that in the Ruby Sea.
That you did, Lys, and far more besides. Needless to say, your assistance would be most welcome.
Ah.
Hear, hear. Now then, Yugiri, you must tell me of your search for our master.
I'm all ears.
Lest you wonder, he speaks of Lord Hien, son of Lord Cayenne, who perished during the rebellion. When it became clear that all hope of victory had gone, Lord Hien bade us deliver as many of our people as we could to safety beyond our borders. But as his father's heir, he was determined to fight on, and so he did, until he suffered a grievous wound in battle and vanished without a trace.
Lovely.
Until now. For I have found Lord Hien, seen and spoken with him, on the Azim Steppe.
The... what now?
Oh, boundless and merciful Kami, the young master lives. Tell me, was he well? Did his wound yet ail him? Where is he now? Have you brought him back to us?
No, it did not sound like she brought him back. She just talked to him, that's all.
You may take comfort in the knowledge that he is hale and whole. However, when I invited him to return with me to Doma, he had this to say.
Not gonna like what this is, am I?
If Doma yet thirsts for the blood of patriots and tyrants, I shall offer unto her my blade. But if she has had her fill of bitter draughts, I shall offer unto her conquerors my head.
Well, that's fatalistic.
Thrice did I declare to him that no true son or daughter of Doma would ever accept such a sacrifice. But for all my passion, he would not be swayed.
So it sounds like I've got to convince the local yokels to take up arms once again if we want Lord Hien back.
Learn the truth of her heart and return to me, he said. And so I left him.
Mm-hmm.
The words of one made to wear the mantle of leadership too soon. Yet there is wisdom in them all the same. If the people no longer yearn to be free, 'twould be folly to rekindle the fires of war.
Okay, then what the hell are we doing here?
To suffer our master, to surrender his life and forsake all hope of freedom is by far the greater folly. I will not go to face my fallen comrades having done naught to stop it.
Nor I, Shadow Walker, nor I. But we need not rouse our comrades to battle this day. Let us instead welcome our honored guests and allow them a moment of respite.
Hey, that sounds good. Still gotta fix your darn etherite. Yep. Screwed up etherite, lovely. As you can see, they went to great lengths to disable the etherite. Oh, they did it. Apparently, in the twilight days of the rebellion, they feared that Xenos would be willing to risk sending unattuned conscripts. That said, it is hardly irreversible. They have the necessary materials. It would be a challenge to repair it alone, but mayhap with my brother's help. Draft Alphino into this, huh? I mean, it's not a terrible idea. What? How come Alice doesn't get a cutscene? You should hear this, Dekumon. He was just telling me about Xenos and the rebellion. What about Mr. Pain in the Blood? Well, you have to understand that it was not a simple matter of numbers. The bulk of the Twelves never even took the field. It was Xenos' stratagems that won the war. They were unlike anything we had ever seen. His formations were unorthodox, bewildering. We honestly thought we had him on the back foot. One moment we were pressing home our advantage, the next we were surrounded and at his mercy. And then he stood before us, his cornered prey, alone and unarmed. He beckoned us to come forward and fight for our lives. Sounds unpleasantly familiar. One by one, my comrades charged. Fearless and unflinching, he would dance amidst their blades for a time, and then draw close, as if to embrace. One after another, he made us watch. Do you understand? He made us watch. What kind of monster enjoys killing people? I do not think there was any joy in it, nor justice, nor morality, nor meaning. To him, the weight of one life is no different from that of 1,000. A challenge had been issued and was accepted, but on finding us no challenge at all, his objective changed. There were tales of Imperial soldiers being flayed for slaughtering families, for breaking brave men's spirits. Only later did I come to understand why. He did not desire obedience. He desires hate, and men consumed by it. A new battle, a new enemy, a new challenge. The hunt, I am told he called it. A hunt without end. Oh boy. And when all our best lay dead and broken, he left. He left, muttering that we had bored him. But our weapons at least held his interest, for he took a fallen samurai's sword, having grown fond of it. Since that day, he has ever wielded Far Eastern blades. He is said to be fascinated by ones with storied histories, and so soldiers who seek to curry his favor often present those of defeated enemies as gifts. Joy, a collector of trophies. It's like it's all a game to him. People are suffering, dying, and he's collecting swords. We all feel the same. But my lady, you must understand. On the battlefield, reasons do not matter. The victor is not the just, but the strong. And the strong become the heroes of the tale. We were just not strong enough. It is not sufficient to be right, to be just. Without strength, our path has but one end. And that end is not a pleasant one. Nope. Victory lets you write the history books. Right, Gosetsu? Mayhap a brief respite is in order. Were I 20 years longer, these wounds would not warrant a second glance. Alas, no samurai has the strength to defeat that villain old age. But what say you to the House of the Fallen? Compared to your rising stones, I concede it may seem somewhat lacking. But it has been a haven these past 10 years to all who would set Doma free. Regrettably, our efforts in that time have come to little and less. What the Emperor did. We were so sure the hour of our liberation was at hand, but Zeno soon put pay to that with the aid of Yotsuyu and the secrets she sold. Secrets? I mean, I know she's basically a Doman, but selling secrets? This warrants further discussion, Yukiri. Dekumon, I do hope you have taken the opportunity to rest and recover. Sort of. More like question and interrogate, but, you know, 6 one, half dozen the other. It is well that you spoke with one of the survivors of that massacre. To defeat one's foe, one must first understand his true nature. As the Alamican resistance has struggled, so too has the Doman Liberation Front. More so, perhaps, given the precarious position in which we find ourselves in the wake of our doomed rebellion. We are few, and our enemies legion. We are weak, and they strong. Yet with your help, I believe that there is little we cannot achieve. I only hope the depth of our predicament has not shaken your commitment to our cause. Never, never! Victory will be ours. No, I relish the challenge. Not so long as I can expect a suitably generous reward. No, I relish the challenge. You relish the thought of facing that monster again. But of course, the hero of Eorzea fears no foe. No, but I will definitely be respectful of the foe. If not, he will plaster me again if I'm not careful. All right, next quest, the Stubborn Remainder. Yeah, that's what you guys are. Now then, I should be glad to discuss our next course of action. Though, now that I think on it, I myself have been away from Doma for some time, and even after my return, the search for Lord Hien commanded my full attention. Mayhap it would be both our benefit if we were to see the reality of Doma for ourselves. For did my lord not bid me to learn the truth of her heart? That's true. Daddy did. Let us do this together, Dekumon. Let us go among the people, and with our own eyes bear witness to their hardship. As a foreigner in these lands, your reputation does not precede you. Moreover, unlike Gosetsu, I can accompany you without attracting unwanted attention. That is very true. I'd like to join you if that's all right. By all means, we should be glad of your company and your perspective. Well, this is the lease expansion, so we can't go anywhere without her. Namai is not far. I say we begin there. Probably a good idea. Also gives me an excuse to teleport back. Oh, you guys got disguises! I want a disguise! Ah, Dekumon, I am glad to see that you too put some thought into your garments. Nope. Given the covert nature of our activities. Exactly. I should think my reason's obvious. To enter the village while wearing the garb of the shinobi would be beyond reckless. We shall pose as traveling merchants, Dekumon as our leader, and we as his assistants. Are there any objections? I am not really the merchant type, but if you think it would be the best way to go about it, I'll trust you. Then, without further ado, let us begin. The Namai theme, too. It's very relaxing. Now, what are we looking for? 4 villagers to talk with in the village. Ah, and you have a name. You're not just a random villager.
Aren't you the one who came with the general? No. I see, my mistake. It warms my heart to see traveling merchants in Namai again. Though the Imperials never sealed our borders, folks like you have taken to avoiding Yanxia ever since the rebellion. Unfortunately, that has only made it harder for us to survive. You may have noticed, but we lack for a great many things. It was not much better before, true, but it has only gotten worse.
Methinks I might be doing a couple side quests in this area. Well, not side quests, but a couple tasks in this area, shall we say, to get them on their feet before they listen. Oh, hi there! Somebody's got the new Cruise Chaser mount. Aw, I was hoping he'd fly away with it too. I wanted to see it transform. Ah, there's one, finally. There's another one over there.
You, a merchant? Forgive me my skepticism, but you strike me less a man of commerce and more a common sellsword.
Jeez. Give your best impression of Hancock. Give your best smile. No, I'm just gonna smile to this one. I don't want to, you know. Hancock is not what I would call a suitable role model.
I stand corrected. Such a warm and cordial nature you possess. I pray you forgive me my earlier rudeness.
Much better.
It has been some time since the Viceroy came to our village to purge it of insurgents. Those who resisted suffered terribly, and those who did not fared little better. We who remain know better than to risk her ire. If the Imperials demanded laborers, we comply. If they demand conscripts to send as soldiers to other provinces, we obey. Ours is a difficult life, with little in the way of luxuries. I know not what you can sell, merchant, but I doubt that I, nor anyone else here, can afford it.
Dang. Yep. This place sounds like it's been through. There's our fourth person up there. Ah, one of the wolf people.
A traveling merchant. With meat, perchance.
Bah, better not to know when I have so little coin.
I feel your eyes upon me. You know not the Lupin. Surely you have not been long in Yanxia, else you would. For generations we served the lords of Doma, compassionate and wise as they were. But the memories of such time fade with every passing day, as others will tell you.
The Lupin, you say? I wonder if you guys have a primal that I get to fight. Maybe, maybe not. Ah! And our last person working the rice paddies.
Foreign peddlers, in Namai.
Whatever it is you sell, I have no money to buy.
Perhaps you should go elsewhere. Saying that, I know of no village in Yanxia that has fared any better. Once I would have directed you to the samurai lords of Monzin, had they not all died in battle or in the purges. There is the Doman Enclave, of course, but that lies beyond the Dairu Moon Gates. Needless to say, the Imperials are disinclined to let any but their own pass.
I can imagine. Wonder what we're gonna have to do to break those gates, because we're definitely gonna have to break those gates at some point. Well, what did you two find out?
Dekumon, what have you learned?
I've learned a lot. What about you?
Lise and I encountered much of the same. They have been pushed beyond the brink. I expected frustration and disillusionment, but not so much that they would come to question the wisdom of opposing Imperial rule in the first place. Unless we can convince them otherwise, I fear I cannot convince Lord Hien to return. And without him...
Without him, any rebellion is doomed to failure, exactly. The ones we leave behind. Yep. More gear for me.
Let us not yet lose hope. Though the situation in Namai is bleak, mayhap it is not so elsewhere. I wish to speak with others outside the village. Lise and I will look for farmers in the paddies to the east. Dekumon, I ask that you look to the south. Surely they cannot all have given in to despair.
I hope so. I hope so. I also see a blue quest or two are popping up on my radar. I wonder what those might be giving out. Ether currents, most likely? Fine. I'll clean up the mess here. These dang frickin' world mobs. Always chasing me everywhere. You guys are so irritating. And I've got purple smoke right there. I've got to get into another fight. Fine, I'll blow all my cooldowns on you. So when I have to get into the other fight, it's gonna be that much more irritating and difficult. How's that sound? Thank you. Oh, tiny caterpillars, really? That's what I've been reduced to fighting now? Oh, hey. And a random dancer pops by for good luck. I'm half surprised she doesn't have her own mobs here. But I'll take the assist. I'm not proud. There we go. Yeah, I'm very surprised she doesn't have her own mobs here to play with. Also, I love that barding. What is that?
Thank you, thank you, thank you! If you hadn't come along, I don't know what I wouldn't have done.
Is that Bismarck barding? Oh. You dick! I was in the middle of a conversation and suddenly this freaking rhino beetle just comes along and decides he wants to play. Seriously? You jerk! Okay, well, I want to examine this. Expanse barding. Yep, that's the Bismarck barding. I thought as much. All right, let's try this again. I cannot believe that. A jerk of a beetle, seriously.
What am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves. The ones my brother and I usually break are yellow, because it was my mother's favorite color. You haven't seen any, have you?
Yellow flowers. Ah, that is my goal. But first, let's help this guy out because why the heck not? Might as well. Might as well. You know, pay it forward. That's the way to do it. I see the thing I'm probably gonna have to fight here in a second. A hungry caterpillar, since our dancer friend was nice enough to help out. Might as well pick up mine. There we go. And he's gonna leave this thing. I'm gonna move this away from that rhino beetle. I do not wanna have to fight another one of these things. Yeah, he did, he left me. The pay it forward thing, unfortunately, does not always pay off. Sometimes they just leave you. Oh, excuse me. I'm not standing in no poison breath. No, I'm not standing in your sticky threads either. Nice try though. Anyway, there's my flower. And I think there's actually an ether current nearby. Yeah, there, 270. Not exactly nearby, and I'm pretty sure I'll fall off a cliff, so let's head back to the quest. Got to swing wide or I'll end up with another rhino beetle up my butt here.
Only yellow ones would do. Mother wouldn't have wanted anything else.
Here, yellow wildflowers. Cannot believe you.
Ah, you found some. Thank you so much, sir. That's twice you've saved me now. If you have some time to spare, maybe you could come with me. I'm sure Mother and Father would want to meet the man who showed me such kindness. We buried them off a cliff to the west of the village. There's a path through the terraces. I'll show you.
He kind of ran the wrong direction for that, but all right. Well, at least this should be closer to the etherite. Go away. I'm not playing with you, beetles. There's my quest character. Now, where's that ether current? There you are. This is number 4, I believe? Maybe? I have to double check that. Are you number 4? Ether currents for Yanxia. Yes, you are number 4. Sweet. Ah, and a lovely view. A lovely view. They love putting these ether currents where the views are. I swear it's just to get you to look around and enjoy the scenery. Okay, Azami, let's go meet your parents. Lovely.
Wait here. Just give me a moment to put down the flowers and I'll introduce you. They love to meet travelers and hear tales of faraway places. Maybe you can tell them one about your homeland.
Asami, are you there? Asami! Oh, it's you. What in the? You should not be here. Get away from my sister.
Oh, don't be so rude. He saved me from monsters, brother. He even helped me pick flowers for Mother and Father.
Go back to the village, now.
You're scaring me.
I say go! Stay inside and lock the door until I return. Go on. Wow, you're a dick to your sister. Don't think me ungrateful. My sister's the only family I have. If you saved her, then thank you. But it changes nothing. I asked you to leave, and now I'm asking you again. It's not going to report you to the Imperials or anything stupid like that, but it's too dangerous for you to stay here. So please, I'm begging you, just leave us alone. Is that really what you want? She said your parents were buried here. Let me guess, you lost them in the fighting. She told you, did she? Yes, that's right. My mother and father believed in the rebellion. They left to fight for Lord Cayenne. They came home on a cart driven by Imperial soldiers. The soldiers demanded that the families of the insurgents present themselves, or else they'd burn the whole village to the ground. So we did. What choice did we have? They beat us in the village square, with their hands, with sticks, with anything. They kicked us while we lay on the ground, begging for mercy. They made us denounce our mother and father, call them fools, call them traitors, say they deserve to die. I heard them laugh, but I dared not look up. One leaned close and whispered in my ear what he'd do to my sister if he had to come back. They're gone, but they're never far. All it takes is the wrong word in the wrong ear, and they'll return. And then I'll have to dig another grave, if I'm lucky. Damn. Whatever you came here to do, leave us out of it. If you want to fight the Imperials, go and fight them on your own. You can't help us. No one can. And this is all we've got. So please don't take it from us. Well and truly broken. Well, that was disheartening. Lovely. And let me guess, my next ether current is quite a ways from here. And back to Yanxia. Fine, I can do that. Off to Namai. Okay, Yugiri. Well, let's hopefully you found some more cooperative people, because I sure as hell didn't. You are come at a good time, Dekumon. We but recently completed our inquiries. What of yours? Ran into the kid again. And his little sister, and yeah, bad things happen. I was not aware of these events. The boy, Issei, he told you all of this. Such disgraceful, despicable crimes. If I knew the men responsible, I would not hesitate to hunt them down and... Forgive me. That outburst was unbecoming. The more I learn of the Imperial's actions in my absence, the more difficult I find it to marshal my emotions. Could Lord Hien have foreseen this? That our people's spirits would be broken so? Though at first I scoffed at his pronouncement, it feels all too possible now that he might resolve to surrender himself. Yeah. Oh! Hey, I'm level 68. Oh, and I have Heart of Stone now. Well, I have not seen that ability. What are you? Heart of Stone. Heart of Stone, thank you. Please keep the mouse over it. Reduces damage taken by a party member or self by 15%. When targeting a party member while under the effects of Brutus Shell, they also get that. So this is a defensive buff I can pass to someone else or keep for myself, and if I pass it to someone else and I've got my little shield up, they also get my shield. That's a cool ability. Nice for off-tanking. But I think I'm gonna have to stop it here for now. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more adventures in Yanxia. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.